The Quartering is an anti-woke conservative YouTuber, and he is spilling the tea, let's say, on a lot of other right-wing commentators and what really goes on behind the scenes versus, how they posture in public. So he said on Twitter the other day, loads of right-wing commentators are either closeted gays or transgender chasers. Look, I accept and support them, but many of these people you think are based and red-pilled love trans cock, or well, cock in general. Deal with it. He continues, the modern right wing is controlled and psyoped. They are worse NPCs than the left. If this makes you mad, then unfollow. If you can't see the obvious, then I can't help you. Most of these pundits, I think he meant to say pundits. He said pundits, love cock. They love drugs. They love cheating on their spouses. You want to get mad at me? You want to spurg out in my comments, but I've seen it all, LOL. I've hung out with these people. I've partied with these people. They are not living in God's image. They are as degenerate as they pretend to fight. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So, look. Kind of interesting. I don't know what sparked this line of thought here, but there was an instance the other day. Blair White is conservative, and she's trans. And she posted a picture of herself, which people are describing as a thirst trap. She's like wearing a bikini and holding a gun. And she says something along the lines of, if you see a bulge in a liberal woman's pants, it's a cock. If you see a bulge in a conservative woman's pants, it's a gun. Said something along the lines of that. Look, it's an interesting thing to tweet, given that she has said previously, I don't know if this is still the case, but in the past she said, I never had bottom surgery. So she's a trans woman with a penis. So you're conservative, so you would kind of contradict your own message that you put out. Anyway, that's all irrelevant. The point is, the Quartering saw that, is friends with and colleagues with Blair White. And Blair White the right was hammering her on this. And they were basically saying, like, you're part of the problem. You're trans. We are anti-trans, right? And the Quartering took issue with this, did a video where he basically said, look, she's not the problem. She's not one of the woke people. She doesn't push gender ideology or trans ideology. She agrees with conservatives. So kind of basically saying, like, lay off her. She's with us. Why are you going after her? Well, the Quartering, Jeremy, I could tell you why they're going after her. They are anti-trans as such. Full stop. They don't care if she's trans and conservative. Because the trans thing is what they have an issue with. They don't agree with trans people. They don't want anybody to be trans. They want to get rid of trans people. So that's why they have a problem. Doesn't matter if she agrees with them on every single policy issue. They don't care about the policy. They are anti-trans. In the same way that if there was a gay conservative, many gay people, and we saw this when Dave Rubin announced he's having 2 kids, many conservatives are like, this is degeneracy. We don't agree with you. I don't care that you agree with me on some of my politics. We are against gayness. We don't want anybody to be gay. If you are gay, hide in the closet. Get back in that damn closet. That's what they think, dude. So it's weird because you see this sort of split now on the right, But anyway, I think it was in reaction to that, this guy goes out there and he's like, hey, just so you know, all of these like super conservative, super Christian fundamentalist virtue signaling types who are like, bro, I'm so against trans people. Secretly, they're like, where can I slob on a trans knob? I mean, that's according to him, not me. And look, there are examples, right? So here's Andrew Tate is kind of in a class of his own in terms of, who he is and what he does. He's like the chief manosphere, uber masculine kind of dude, right? It's all the, I put on this macho man facade type stuff. But somebody dug up this video. I don't know if he's referring to Andrew Tate. I just want to show you that there's actual merit to what he's saying here, the Quartering. So this is kind of hilarious. Let's watch.
Ignore the construction.
I should say this is from 2021, by the way. 2021.
Which is a legitimate one. And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, 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 because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything. Logos. You broke boys don't know. Listen, I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, 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 woman because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else. But they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1 and a 10, I mean Megan Fox with a dick. That's the tranny. Or Hulk Hogan with a pussy. That's the girl. This is the question I'm asking. Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan? So you're thinking, well, I don't want to be gay, so I just clicked the girl, the number 1, did it? You're going to fuck Hulk Hogan? Okay, there's a pussy, but he's got mustache and muscles and shit. He's all hairy, big dude, 6'5". It's pretty gay to me. That sounds pretty gay. I don't care if it's a pussy. That is gay. Whereas Megan Fox, okay, he's got a dick, but maybe you can, like, scoot it out the way. I mean, still Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying? At least she's small and shit. You can get your hand around her neck, mess her up. You ain't messing up Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's gonna mess you up. So this is the question I'm asking. You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about this. This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world we now live in. What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it? Because if you're gonna sit here and go, oh no, it's gay to bang Megan Fox with a dick, I counter that argument. It's gay to bang Hulk Hogan with a pussy. So which one is it?
Now, I should point out, he's, of course, in a Romanian prison for sex trafficking, and he's also been accused pretty credibly of rape because there's literal audio of him saying, like, I enjoy doing that to you, to some poor woman. But this is an amazing clip. His misogyny and his transphobia has made him come full circle to, like, randomly making a pro-trans argument. So, look, I don't think Jeremy the Quartering is referring to Andrew Tate, but I wanted to show you this video to we're just wetting the palate here a little bit. Okay. There's also this story. Do you guys remember this? Alex Jones spotted with transgender pornography on phone despite transphobic rants. Right-wing conspiracy theorist accused of hypocrisy after naughty T-babe Marissa M.I. appears on his screen, and he has, I guess you can see it somewhere in here. But this was big. I remember this kind of blew up when it happened, because he was showing his phone, trying to show like an article or something on his phone during his show, and you could see one of the tabs was transport. Okay. Is Jeremy talking about him? I don't know, maybe, right? Maybe he's referring to Alex Jones, but I tend to sort of doubt it, even though Alex clearly has, this taste. We also got this one. Remember this? Nick Fuentes caught liking trans girls and femboy posts on Twitter. Conservatives are gay and want to fuck transformers so bad, that's why they were all obsessed with trans people. I remember this one when it happened as well. And I think he also... Somebody floated... Sam Cedar, when he covered this on his show, floated that he may be referring to this guy, Elijah Schaefer, who worked for the Blaze and then was let go from the Blaze. He was too extreme even for the Blaze. That guy, we know, at the very least, cheated on his wife, I believe. And then maybe Jack Posobiec as well, he may have been referring to. That's who Sam Cedar says he was referring to. I don't know. There may have been the tweet of the Quartering. There's a thread here, and somewhere in the thread, I think he had deleted one of the tweets. Okay, it's not this thread, but there's another thread where he's talking about this issue, and one of the tweets is deleted. And in that tweet, he may have listed some of the people who are super conservative, super anti-trans, but low-key are sexually attracted to trans people and have acted on that, etc. But look, man, the fact of the matter is this, and we've pointed this out in other contexts with the anti-gay politicians. You have like these fundamentalist Christians or these, even Christian preachers and televangelists, guys like Ted Haggard, for example. The ones who sort of base their whole ideology and identity around like, this is wrong, this is immoral, this is sinning. In so many of those cases, they get caught. Ted Haggard was caught doing crystal meth with a gay hooker in a hotel room off his ass. There's some anti-gay politician in New Jersey who was caught in a New Jersey Turnpike bathroom trying to get gay sex. And there's been so many examples of this. And people often tell on themselves, man. People often tell on themselves. So, what I would say to guys who base their whole political ideology around being anti-trans, it's like, what's going on? How many times has Steven Crowder dressed up as a woman? too many to count. There's pictures of like a lot of the times he did it. And so just you're telling on yourself, man. Because what animates that kind of an ideology? Well, in many cases, and they proved this with anti-gay people, the people who are most vehemently anti-gay usually come from a sort of fundamentalist background. They're taught that being anti-gay is correct, but also they struggle with those feelings, and the way they try to like cover that up, cover up the insecurity, cover up the self-hatred, is to sort of lash out and posture like, bro, I'm the most against this, and that stuff is actually super immoral. Well, I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with being gay, there's nothing wrong with being trans, and there's nothing wrong with liking trans people, whatever it may be. None of that. There's nothing wrong with any of that. And if you get comfortable with these very basic facts, the hatred just would melt away. But no, they're so pent up and hate. And now we have people from inside the club saying, hey, just so you know, the most based and red-pilled of a lot of these people, they got secrets, bro. They got secrets, and I, for one, believe them. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.